In this video, we are going to continue our exploration of voxel sculpting and demonstrating why it's actually a pretty big deal. In this particular instance, I want to go into the Vox-Hide tool in greater detail than what I showed in the first video, but I also want to show it in conjunction with Voxel Paint. And the purpose of this demonstration is to show that it is a truly unique feature set in the industry. No other sculpting or texture painting application offers this type of functionality. You have the same style of layers and blending modes that you find in Photoshop and Affinity. And in the layer panel, you have the ability to adjust the opacity of the color, depth, glossiness or roughness, and metalness. You also happen to have Photoshop style layer masks, which work with color, glossiness or roughness, metalness, and hopefully within the 2026 release, depth or sculpt layers will be enabled to work with layer masks also. Perhaps the biggest advantage of utilizing Voxel Paint is that you can use tools like Vox-Hide or the cutoff tool to cut or strip away portions of the surface or exterior in order to instantly reveal the substance beneath, which saves a lot of time because otherwise, without Voxel Paint, you would have to go back and not only sculpt the degradation, but you would have to also texture paint that newly exposed surface afterward. Having mentioned that layer masks can be utilized with voxel painting, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. To see this layer more clearly, I'm going to increase the opacity to 100% and then change the blending mode back to standard blend. I'll begin by clicking on the layer mask thumbnail for this layer, just like I would in Photoshop. To create a layer mask, we need to simply come to the bottom of the panel and click on the layer mask icon. And also, if you create a freeze mask and click on this icon, just like in Photoshop, when you make a selection, it will generate a layer mask from the freeze mask, at which point you can then hit Control D or go to the freeze menu and click on Unfreeze All in order to remove the freeze selection. Now, to paint our layer mask from scratch, let's go to the painting section of the tool panel, and then we can pick a light or darker color. In the color palette, you can obviously pick between white and black, but if you choose a color, again, it's just going to use the lightness value of that color. So much like I would in Photoshop or Affinity, I can choose a black color in order to mask out whatever I brush. Let's now go to the E panel in the upper left corner, and I'll choose a constant pressure draw mode, which is a brush draw mode that has no pressure sensitivity. And I picked a medium fall off brush in the brush alpha panel. And then with brighter colors, I'm able to paint that back in. Of course, my opacity is at 47%, so I can bring that to 100. All right, switching gears here, we're going to step back a little bit to where we have a base model, and we're going to apply voxel paint from scratch using different paint depth levels and separate layers. In this case, I'm trying to emulate the skin layers. So I have dermis and epidermis, and then, of course, just the very outer color. And I'm going to use the fill brush, and I have pre-selected the colors for each layer. And I'm also changing the voxel paint depth each time. The dermis layer I set to 100, and I clicked on the object to apply the paint. With the middle layer, I set the depth level to 40, and the outer surface layer I set to a level of 5. Now, in order to inspect the result, I'm going to switch to the Vox-Hide tool. I'll go up to the E panel and then choose the rectangular selection draw mode. Then I will create a small selection. And this allows me to see the interior portion of the model by hiding what was selected. Now I'll hide the outer skin layer so that we can see the other two. To unhide, I could Control drag select over the area or go to the geometry menu and choose Unhide All. I'm now switching to the Vox Extrude brush with Vox-Hide enabled in the Tool Options panel. And here I'm enabling tapering so that it's easier to get that tapering effect at the end of each brush stroke. As an important side note, I want to mention that when you are using Vox-Hide with voxel clay brushes, it allows you to use brush alphas, which is not currently enabled in the standard Vox-Hide tool. This tool allows you to experiment quite a bit because you can smooth, you can also use the control key to invert the action so that it's revealing parts of that hidden portion again. We can also use shaders in order to represent the inner substance of a given object. So for example, here I chose a shader that has a reddish color to it. So in conclusion, Vox-Hide used in conjunction with Voxel Paint allows an artist to rapidly and easily create sculpting and texture painting effects that are simply not possible in other applications. And that is yet another reason why voxel sculpting is a pretty big deal. I hope you found this video helpful, and in the next one we will explore voxel-based live booleans, which allow an artist not only the ability to perform live boolean operations, but also to do them with incredibly dense models whenever needed. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.